welcome to my channel, Diva About Me. My name is Divya, and that is how, as you can guess, that's how my name came about. And a lot of people call me Diva, and so that's the name Diva. The Diva part of Diva About Me. The bell part is bell because when I take care of you, I want you to feel like you're the bell and go on to feel like you're the belle of the ball as you go back to your family, to your friends. And the me part stands for medical aesthetician. And so that is how I came up with the name Diva About Me. So welcome to my channel where I am new to vlogging. I just decided that I wanted to take up vlogging as part of my business, just to be able to educate everyone out there, break down some myths, inform you about what's happening in the medical aesthetics world, and just to be able to answer any questions you may have. And so that's why I decided that I wanted to start vlogging. I have always been shy, and so I normally would sit and watch everybody vlogging, on their YouTube channel. I've had my YouTube channel for a long time, ever since I was going to nurse NP school because we had to do a presentation, and I just didn't even think to start vlogging. It wasn't until recently, especially during COVID. I've been thinking about it a lot, but I was busy working, and so I didn't have that time. Now that COVID has ended, I have a little bit more time in my days, and so I've decided I wanted to take up vlogging. And so welcome to my channel, everyone. Thank you for joining. I appreciate every one of you. I want to make sure that when you finish watching my vlogging and my vlogs, you are educated, you are informed, and you leave with something more than what you came with. I welcome any questions that you may have, and I'll do my best to answer them. Okay. So I was telling you that how I entered into the world of aesthetics. I had just graduated MP school. I was studying to do my boards. I was so excited to now be a nurse practitioner and to go out into the world, into the community, and be able to help members of my community to getting better, feeling well, getting back to health and wellness. And COVID hit. COVID hit just as 2019. I remember I did my boards in April, May of 2019, and I sent out hundreds of applications. And not only myself, I've also met other new grads at that time who we all had just graduated, and we all had sent out applications. There were even a few girls who I met who had sent out like 500, 1,000 applications, and we just weren't getting anything back. I think a lot of businesses were aware about COVID, but we were in MBA school, we're busy studying, we had assignments, so I am gonna be honest, I was not aware about it until it actually came. So that's, and then during that time I was working in the emergency room at the hospital. I was working in the ER, and I remember seeing just from being full, okay, in the waiting room, to where there was no room in the waiting room, to where we were like empty, looking for the patients to come when COVID came. And the CEOs of the company, they were like, well, everybody's gonna have to cut back on your time. We're cutting back. We're closing down departments, and because their main aim was to preserve their bottom line, right? They want to preserve their bottom line. They want to make sure that their profits that they made over the however number of years, they still were able to keep that profit. And I had been working at that company for over 15 years. 15 years. And just like that, they were like, well, we're not going to pay you and anyone else to come in to an empty waiting room, and we're like, well, we can't go find these patients because this is a public health um, situation, right? This is a law that was laid down by the government, that nobody should be going out and about. It's a complete lockdown of not just the country but the whole world. So like, what are we gonna do? And it was during that time I was able to. First, I almost lost my mind, right? Trying to figure out how am I gonna, because even though everything was locked down, guess what was locked down? Our bills. Our bills was locked down. We still had to pay our bills. We still had to pay our bills. Those bills were still coming in on the first of the month, like clockwork. So, I was like, okay, so I'm a nurse practitioner. I have all these skills. I must be able to do something with these skills. And I tried to think of what is it I could do with my nursing skills that I would be able to go out into the world and to do something. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when I sat there and I looked and I thought about it, there was not much that I could do during a lockdown. Okay, not much I could do during the lockdown. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do something else. I don't care if it means learning a new skill. I am willing to learn, but it has to be a skill that after I learn that new skill, it would mean that I would be able to work for myself. Okay, I did not particularly want to work for another company, right? I didn't particularly want to work for another company where I'm clocking in and clocking out on their time. I wanted to do something that once I was finished, I would be able to clock in and clock out on my time. So something that I know, and I had thought about it years and years ago, because I remember in nursing school they had said to us, do something other than nursing. Don't just put your whole world and your whole everything into just nursing. And so, do something else other than nursing. And as a matter of fact, to your license and renew your license, there is a section there that always talks about what else are you doing other than nursing that also accounts towards you getting your license renewed. But I had always been so busy in nursing at the bedside that I just didn't have any time for anything else other than nursing. And it was during COVID lockdown, I was there and I realized this is where that would have been very important to me right now. This is where having something else other than nursing would play a part in my life right now. And I was like, I cried a little bit. I cried some tears. I'm gonna be honest, I cried some tears. And I felt, how did I feel? I felt abused. I felt used. I felt like I had been with this company. I was loyal to this company for 15 years. I never went anywhere else. I always, in that company, I would, even means going to a different location, a different site, a different department. It didn't matter. I was always in that company. And to see something like a pandemic come, and they pretty much said, okay, well, we have to protect our bottom line, and we understand y'all have got your bills to pay, but we got ours to pay, and we're going to protect our profits and our bottom line. Even though as a worker, I was, clocking in and clocking out every day, even picking up extra shifts to take care of the patients, I helped them to get to that profit and bottom line. But I wasn't getting any part of it, right? They gave us what they felt we were worth, and that was it. And I was like, I don't ever want to put myself in this situation again. Anything that I'm gonna do now, and I'm going out in COVID, in the middle of COVID, I'm going out because I'm willing. I am willing to start over, doing something other than nursing. I don't care if it's becoming a mechanic, getting my hands all dirty, taking care of people's cars. I've taken care of people for so long, and now I'm willing to even take care of people's cars, grease, dirty. I don't care, but it's something that I will be able to call my own, clock in on my own time, get my own time back, and be my own boss. And the first thing I looked into doing was cosmetology, because I know I have cosmetology friends, right? I have a friend who's a cosmetologist, and the amount of time and energy that we put into being like nurses and medical personnel, doctors, nurses, PAs, nurse practitioners, work, and then at the end of it you go work for someone else and they dictate how much you're worth. Somebody who's an esthetician or even a cosmetologist, they don't require them to do that many hours. It doesn't take that many years. It doesn't take that much time, and it also doesn't take that much money. Okay, and at the end of the day, when they're finished, they can have a business on their own, right? They have their own salon, they have their own spa, and they can charge whatever they want to charge to make up their worth. And I was like, wow, wow, wow. I go to school for how many years, and at the end of it, I take up a job and depend on somebody else to determine my worth, right? My blood, sweat, and tears go into getting my license, my certification, you know, being able to practice and take care of, you know, the people in our community who are sick. And at the end of the day, somebody else gets to determine my worth, to tell me how much I'm worth. And then you have people who are not as educated as I am, who hasn't gone to school for as long as I have gone to school, can go to school for less time, less money, and start a business and make more money than I can, and charge more money for what they're worth. And that had me saying, wow. And so I decided to leverage my nursing skills, to use it to start learning a skill, right? Or using the skills that I already have, but learning to do something new with these skills, that I'll be able to have my own business, start a business, have it for myself, know my worth, pay myself, and be my own boss. And I can tell you, the journey was not easy, but it was exciting. It was exciting for me because I knew I was doing this for me. I was doing this for me, and it was something new. It was something different. It was a different aspect of using my brain and just researching and getting the information and going out there. And I'm gonna be honest, in COVID I was out there. Okay, I went out there. It was not like in the beginning when it was really bad. It was more towards the end of it, like the latter part of it, that 2020, 2021, that I did. We still had to wear masks, but it was not during the time where we were not allowed to go anywhere. Places were locked up, businesses were starting to open. And so I went to a few cosmetology institutions, and then I realized cosmetology is probably not what I want to do, because I have to get a student loan, and I didn't want to get a student loan to do this. So I looked into aesthetics, right? Aesthetics, becoming an esthetician, doing skincare, because I was like, okay, I know the skin, although what I've been doing is, illnesses from internal organs, then, but this will be just taking care of the skin, the outer organ. And so it was during that time I met this, she was the dean of, getting the new students in. She was the head of that department of getting the new students in, registration, right? And she had me make an appointment with her, and I went. It was at a Vita institution of cosmetology and aesthetics. And I went and I talked with her, and she said, she was walking around and showing me what the school was about. And I told her, and she said, "What do you do?" And I told her, "I'm a nurse." Actually, I said I just graduated nurse practitioner school, and I'm trying to get a job, but with COVID it's really hard. So I decided I want to do something new. And she said, "Well, you're a nurse practitioner?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, you don't need to recreate the wheel, honey. You just need to be an injector, inject Botox and stuff." And I was like, "I'm sorry, an injector? Inject Botox? What are you talking about?" Now, I know Botox. I know what Botox is because I worked also at the pain clinic, and we use Botox. I remember I would get it ready for the doctor, and he would inject it for the patients who have migraines. So you may see the advertisement on television now where they talk about Botox can be used for the treatment of migraines. If you have 5 to 7 migraines in a month, headaches in a month, it means you have migraines. Talk to your doctor about treatment with Botox, right? That's what we were doing. I would get the Botox ready, take it out the fridge, mix it, dissolve it for the doctor, prepare it with the needles and the syringes right there on the tray with the alcohol and everything, and I would do that for him. But I didn't realize that, I didn't know actually anything about aesthetics, that Botox can be used for aesthetics. And she said, "Yeah, honey, you just need to use Botox." As you can see, I get Botox. And I'm telling you, love it. It keeps your features, it prevents you from getting the lines and wrinkles. It helps you to, it preserves your beauty. That's what my statement is, and my slogan: preserving your beauty. And Botox helps to preserve your beauty. It can help to raise your eyebrows up for you. So if you, as you age, and we'll talk about this later, but just right now, as you age, everything starts to come down. Your eyebrows start to get lower. You can have deep set eyes. Under your eye gets lower, starts to get dark. Your cheeks the fat pads start to come down. And then here along your marionette also starts to come down. And sometimes everything starts to collect under your chin here, and you get the jaw. You get like a double chin and stuff, right? So what Botox does is it stops the muscles from moving, actually. But you can have a little bit of movement, but it helps just to relax them, and helps you not to get those deep set lines and wrinkles in your forehead, around your eyes when you smile, that they don't form the crow's feet. If you smile, and when you smile, your lifts all the way up and shows your gum. If you have a gummy smile, it helps to relax that muscle and just get it at the right spot where you have less show of your gum. It can relax your platysmal muscles that pull on your muscles up here, and you then get like that downward pull of your smile. Botox is amazing, okay? As well as it also can be used for the treatment of migraines, like we talked about. So it's the same concept, it just relaxes those muscles. So while you may be taking pain medication for the headache, the muscles are still tight, they're still tense. And so once that medicine wears off, you're still gonna get that headache. But what Botox does is it works in conjunction with the medicine by relaxing those muscles, right? It relaxes those muscles, and as it relaxes those muscles, then you find that your headache is better, okay? So that's when I met her, and I went home that weekend and I researched. I was like, an injector? I don't know. I mean, I know we give injections all the time at work, but to inject Botox, and so I started researching. And during my research, I found a lot of, it wasn't a lot, it was a few, it was a number of places that were offering training and education for nurses and nurse practitioners and doctors and medical professionals. And you know what I did? I signed up, packed my suitcase, and I went to Atlanta because that was where I found one of the training institution. That's where they were having a training on a weekend. And a lot of these trainings are normally on a weekend, right? They're normally on a weekend, and you just go. And I went and I checked into that hotel, and I had my training over the weekend, and I drove back home. I was like, what? Oh my God, I did not know anything about this. I didn't, and a whole new world, a whole new world. Way up here, it's crystal clear, and now I'm in a whole new world with you. Okay, I'm not a singer, so I'll stick to my day job and continue being an injector. Okay, so I came back home and I was like, wow, this is freaking awesome. This is me using my skills, my everyday skills, my everyday bedside skills to do something different. I can use it in beauty, and I've always been, I love beauty and makeup and, making yourself beautiful and confident and, just your presentation, the way you present yourself and everything. And so this was like, wow, I want to help everybody. I want to help everybody in the world to be beautiful and preserve their beauty and be confident and go out into the world and conquer whatever it is that they need to conquer every day. I want to help them with my skills, my newfound skills. And that is how I fell in love with Botox and aesthetics. And then I just kept learning and learning. And I signed up with this institution, and then I just went. I went to New York, I went to Texas, I went to Atlanta, I went to Florida, I went everywhere I needed to go, and just invested and invested and invested and invested in my training, and invested in my knowledge, and invested in my education. And I just invested and invested and invested, and I studied and I studied and I studied and I practiced and I studied and I practiced and I studied and I practiced. And that is how I came to where I am. And so I wanted to just let you guys know about how I started this journey into aesthetics. It's been 3 years now into aesthetics. And during the lockdown, when it was just starting to open, partial opening, I just traveled. I invested in my training and in my education. Wherever that institution was having training, I traveled. I went to. And 3 years later, here I am. I have started my business, Diva Bellamy, and I want you guys to know that I am here to help you to look good, because when you look good, you feel good, and change your look, you can change your life, and I know your confidence will definitely be boosted. And there's just something about when you spend money on yourself. Other people can spend money on you, that's fine, but when you spend money on yourself, and you know what I mean, it's like when you buy a new pair of shoes, or you buy a new outfit, or you buy a new handbag. That's just the tip of it. But when you spend money on yourself, and you look at your before, and you spend money on your face or even on your body, right? Something that's been bothering you for a long time, like acne, and it makes you self-conscious, and you say, okay, I'm going to deal with this today, and you come and you get that taken care of, and you follow the regimen, and you stick to the plan, and you get your recommended treatments, and you see the results. Oh, I'm telling you, because I was like that. I look at my before and I look at my after, and I was like, oh my God, I don't care what nobody says, this works, and it does make a difference. Okay, it works and it does make a difference. I don't care what anybody says, don't care what anybody has to say, it works. Okay, And so I want to just let you guys know about this. And this is my new channel. I'll be here. It's my first vlog. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm here to give you information, educate you, like, share, subscribe. I'm so excited to be here with you. I want to take you on this journey with me. And you can come with me, follow me, Diva Bell Me 1, because somebody hacked into my IG account. Okay, stole my account, took it over. I tried to get it back, but they deleted it, and so I had to start a new one. And I'm gonna do a vlog on that too. I cannot believe that people actually sit there and look for people's account, and I didn't even have a lot of followers, right? I just had like 400 because, you know, I'm new, I'm just getting started, and this IG algorithm and TikTok algorithm and all these algorithms, I'm learning about them. But you know, I work during the day, so it's taking me a longer time. And so somebody stole it, hacked into my account. I don't even know how they did that. And so I had to start a new one, and it's called Diva Bell Me 1. Okay, well, luckily I had trademarked my name and everything, so I just told my lawyer, hey, listen, I look out for this because this happened. And so I have a lawyer for my trademark, and we're gonna talk more about like trademarking, starting a business, you know, be motivated, just everything like that on this journey. So thank you for listening, taking the time out to just learn about me and, you know, where I'm coming from, where I started from. I'm looking forward to, you know, just share more information with you guys. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye. See you on the next time round, okay? Bye, Diva Bells. Take care.